a suburban garden in Gloucester, about 1 mile from the city centre. However, in spite of this proximity, it is generally peaceful and relaxing and attracts wildlife. A varied selection of flowers and plants are grown throughout the year specifically to attract this wildlife, and they do. Many species of small insects abound. We are always pleased to welcome the bees. They can be found from early spring to late autumn. We have mixed feelings about the squirrel. He doesn't realize this food is for the birds. He probably doesn't care anyway. But his agile antics do keep us amused. A sunken water butt is an ideal home for this toad, who's sometimes joined by the frogs, newts and dragonflies. This young slowworm is quite harmless. The adults grow to about 18 inches long and mainly live in the warm compost at the end of the garden. Regular daily feeding and the provision of bird baths ensures that we see many different types of birds. Since we started recording them some 40 years ago, over 55 different species have been seen or heard. Some special sightings have included a nightjar, a pheasant, a heron, a sparrowhawk, a red-legged partridge, and occasionally escaped parrots, and even buzzards flying overhead. Sadly, we have become aware that birds which were common some years ago, like the greenfinch, swifts, house martins, swallows, and flycatcher, no longer appear. A very worrying situation. This spectacular butterfly is a peacock and is seen from midsummer. It lays its eggs generally on the underside of tender leaves of stinging nettles. Another welcome visitor is this red admiral. This particular one was most helpful when being filmed, as it remained in position for long periods, after which it flew around for about 10 seconds and then returned to its usual spot. It is one of Britain's largest and most vividly marked butterflies. It can be found throughout the UK. Like the peacock, it also lays its eggs on the stinging nettle. Our gooseberry bush is a favourite haunt for the speckled wood. The chrysalis varies in colour from pale to a brownish green. Eggs are laid singly on half-shaded blades of grass. The pale green caterpillar is quite elusive. This species can hibernate as either a caterpillar or chrysalis. Note the 4 eye spots on either side of its body. This butterfly has 2 names, Gatekeeper or Hedge Brown. It has 3 eye spots, which is a great help in confirming its identification, especially when seen with other brown species which are similar in appearance. Generally, this butterfly can be found in the southern part of Ireland, Wales and southern England. During most summers, we have 12 different varieties of butterfly, and these have been just a few, to date, caught on camera. This short film shows what can be achieved with a little effort in a suburban garden with appropriate planting, feeding and water. Perhaps it may encourage you to do the same. I do hope so. You will find it most rewarding.